Henry Ford cardiologists find iPhone 12 magnet deactivates implantable cardiac devices. Wouldn't any magnet have this effect if it is as strong or stronger than the iPhone's weak magnet? Is this an issue with any relatively strong magnet, or is there something unique about the magnet used in the new iPhone? I guess the issue, as stated in the article, is that people put their phones in their shirt pocket. Apple has said since its release that the magnets in the phone could interfere with pacemakers and that care should be taken not to place them near implantable devices. The solution is to not place them in a shirt pocket if you have a pacemaker. IIRC, this is common guidance for any electronic device to avoid potential for interference. As the parent of a child, now a grown child, with an ICD, I can tell you that one of the first things you are taught about an ICD is to keep all magnets and electronics a minimum distance away from it. When something like walking past a department store security plinth can briefly deactivate it, you wouldn't even think about putting a phone in a shirt pocket. My son was even warned about large PA speakers or big car woofers. I have a spinal cord stimulator implant for pain management. It is like a pacemaker that is embedded into my hip with leads that run up to my spinal cord. This terrifies and worries mildly concerns me a bit. If someone in the crowd gets too close to me, could it shut off or even damage my implant? This thing costs about 18 grand and requires major surgery if it breaks. Terrify to worry. Worry to mildly concerned. Thanks for the discussion, folks. I have a couple of neodymium bar magnets. I think their rating is 50. The strongest you can get are rated at 52. And they are so outrageously strong that when I first got them and was messing around with them, I got them too close to each other that they slammed together with such tremendous force that the magnets literally exploded and shot shrapnel all over the room. Laugh out loud. I think the pull weight on them is like 50 pounds and they're only like half an inch by half an inch by times 4 little rectangles. They are ludicrously strong magnets. This is 100% unrelated to anything, it's just my weird magnet story. Am I the only one wondering why Henry Ford needs a cardiologist when he's been dead for like 90 years? I bet the artificial heart designer is really kicking himself right now for adding that deactivate with magnet feature. I thought it was the 5G that was supposed to kill people, not magnets. Does this mean that it can also cause deactivation of a sacral nerve stimulator if, say, your phone is in your back pocket? I work in a large cath lab and my EP docs are saying this is very manufacturer and device dependent. I don't know enough to say either way, but I guess a lot of older devices, most devices have a functional life of 10 to 15 years, and some Medtronic devices were the ones having the issue. Well, looks like I'm buying Apple stock next week. Brought to you by Apple, the people who to you hold your phone differently to not block the antenna, and if it's not working, pick it up and drop it. So my friend has an ICD and this isn't technically shocking news. He's known for years not to put any phone in his chest pocket or suit pocket close to the device just in case. Part of the guidance is also to avoid lingering by the entrance and exit of stores where they have those shoplifting devices. We noticed there was a pacemaker warning on a face messenger with tourmaline in it once too. He kinda treats it like you would a mild food intolerance. iPhones are easy. Old people like easy phones. Old people wear shirts with pockets. Old people have cardiac devices. This is worse than it may seem at first. So an apple a day doesn't keep the doctor away. How long until the first wireless murder? We in the medical field have known of this issue for a few months now. Patients have been informed, and in my department, every patient is recommended not to have their phone near their device and even to take a call in the opposite ear. When patients receive a device, especially an ICD, they are given a talk before they leave the hospital where they are told the things that they cannot use. Most common in my country are arc welders and electric fences. This is due to electromagnetic interference possibly inhibiting the pacemaker or causing the ICD to mistake electrical signal for VF, which is also small high frequency signals, and giving the patient an unneeded therapy. There's a special place in my heart for the iPhone. When Grandpa gets too mouthy, buy him an iPhone 12. Wow. You're holding it wrong. Apple Incorporated. This makes my future hitman for hire jobs so much more achievable. Wow, there's an app for that. I have an ICD. I wouldn't put any phone nearby. This is a non-issue. Phones stay on the right ear and ideally 20 centimeters from the ICD. I didn't realize Henry Ford was still alive. How much of him is bionic now? So the adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, is finally outdated. Sad times. I have an iPhone 12. It doubles as a weapon now too. Apple finally adds a new real killer feature to the iPhone. Well, of course, Apple had to fight back in the battle to kill us all. Now Bill Gates has the implantable microchip market monopolized, obviously. Anesthesiologists rejoice everywhere. Oh man, there's an app for everything on iPhones nowadays. My dad had a pacemaker, and since the day he got it, he's been told not to have any electronics near his pacemaker, including a cell phone, because of this. Your standard kitchen magnet could probably be used to deactivate a pacemaker. It's not a bug, it's a feature. They just need to have a compatible iHeart and there wouldn't be a problem. It's a security vulnerability if you don't have a compatible pacemaker. An unauthorized or hacked phone could stop your heart. There should be laws requiring a compatible iPhone for people with an artificial heart. It's about safety. iPhone, device not compatible, disabled for your protection. I have a defibrillator and I saw the iPhone 12 and read about the MagSafe feature, and I knew instantly this was a bad thing for ones like me. Tim Cook, we believe the design of the new iPhone 12 will make your heart skip a beat. Let me guess, they're holding it wrong. Siri, where's the nearest emergency room? MagSafe. Not so safe anymore, huh? Imagine being killed by your phone. I found when I laid the iPhone 12 on my Dell laptop, it would cause it to hibernate like I closed the lid. I had to turn off the hibernate when lid closed function to prevent this. Something going on there. Someone should just release a metal lined patch that is applied onto the MagSafe for a few bucks. Problem solved. This is intended in most modern pacemakers. A magnet placed over the chest sets the pacemaker to a backup mode to accommodate the various hemodynamic changes and cautery during surgery. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple with no Faraday, at the doctor's you will stay. I don't know how I feel about them testing on a 73-year-old cadaver. Well, in their defense, pretty much any sufficiently strong magnet can do this. That's kind of the point of having a device with a built-in magnetic switch. At least now we won't be running all over the hospital 1 minute before a procedure to find our Medtronic magnet because we can just use someone's iPhone. I wonder if my portable induction cooktop does the same. iPhones are easy. Old people have cardiac devices. This is a problem. Introducing the new Apple iSave My Life. These are implantable devices that are compatible with all Apple products. The whole MagSafe thing feels like it was unnecessary. Doesn't serve a useful and functional purpose, still acts like a regular cable, but also comes with extra health hazards. They'll remove it soon. There is actually an advisory to limit magnet strength used in consumer products for exactly this reason. Apple chose not to follow it and place a warning in their documentation instead. It is non-binding, so they can. Appleseed Ex Machina was a warning we all failed to notice. Could we get a source on the 1 in 4 phones sold last year being an iPhone 12, the phone that was released in the 4th quarter? How can that be possible? I'm pretty sure people with pacemakers already don't put any phones in their shirt pockets. For those wondering, pacemakers/ICDs are intentionally designed to turn off in the presence of a magnet. In case of a malfunction or during surgery where the pacemaker/ICD be triggered by the electrocautery, anyone can put a magnet over the PT's chest. All ORs have magnets available for this reason. People with a pacemaker just need to buy a case with shielding or don't put it in their front pocket. They tested this on a live patient to test their hypothesis that the iPhone 12 was dangerous for pacemakers. In order to find out if their suspicions were true, Dr. Singh and his colleagues took an iPhone 12 Pro and passed it over the chest of a patient with an implantable defibrillator. I'm not sure if this is worse than the Samsung 7 exploding phones or not.